From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, November the 5th, 2019. A man accused of planning to attack a synagogue in Colorado has been arrested. The 27-year-old is a known white supremacist from the city of Pueblo. He met with an undercover FBI agent at a motel on Friday, telling him that he was preparing a holy war and planning to use explosives to attack Temple Emanuel in the Colorado City the next day, Saturday. He also claimed to have poisoned the water at the synagogue and said he was going to do so again. The Anti-Defamation League said its Center on Extremism has been aware of the suspect's activities for several years and has shared information with law enforcement. The Conference of Presidents of major American Jewish organizations noted that this is the 13th white supremacist arrested for a plot, attack, or threat against Jews since the Tree of Life shooting last year. A reminder, they said, of the importance of security at all Jewish institutions. The U.S. State Department has significantly raised the reward for information leading to the return of a Jewish American missing in Iran for over a decade. Robert Levinson, a private investigator and former FBI agent, was said to be on an unauthorized CIA mission when he disappeared on Iran's Kish Island, last seen 12 years ago. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said yesterday that the Trump administration has made clear that the regime in Iran must release all missing and wrongfully detained Americans, including Levinson. The FBI had been offering $5 million for information leading to Levinson's return. The State Department has now added $20 million to that reward amount. Well, police in Minnesota arrested a suspect believed to have spray-painted a swastika and other hateful graffiti at an elementary school in the Adena district. The Star Tribune reports that the district superintendent, John Schultz, is consulting with the local Jewish Community Resource Council for guidance on the issue. A Jewish monument in Colombia was defaced with a swastika this past Friday. The Nazi symbol was spray-painted on the base of the Menorah Monument, marking Israel State Avenue in the capital of Bogota. The word Israel covered in paint. The Colombian government condemned the vandalism, calling it an expression of intolerance and hate. Israel's ambassador to the South American country, Christian Cantor, expressed his gratitude for the solidarity from the Colombian government and vowed to continue to fight against anti-Semitism. The New York Police Department is investigating a number of assaults that took place Friday and Saturday nights in Brooklyn against Hasidic Jews. Yeshiva World News first reported up to 4 unprovoked assaults in Borough Park, parts of which were caught on video surveillance, showing assailants leaping out of their cars to chase down victims, at least one of whom they allegedly punched, and then running back. While the victims were reportedly hesitant to file police reports, neighborhood watch group the Borough Park Shomrim asked for tips in the cases and received several. They also carefully reviewed video footage to get the full license plate number of one of the vehicles, which they handed over to the police, whose hate crimes unit is investigating. Israel said it will remain in the Paris Climate Agreement following formal notification of the U.S. yesterday of their withdrawal from the Global Climate Treaty. Israel's Environmental Protection Minister Ze'ev Elkin said last night the U.S. decision to pull out of the Paris Climate Agreement will not cause us to withdraw from it as well. Israel ascribes great importance to dealing with the climate crisis and is committed to meeting our goals. Israel's Supreme Court upheld a ruling to deport the local director of the organization Human Rights Watch because of his involvement in the BDS, Boycott, Divestment, and Sanctions campaign against Israel. California native Omar Shakir could now be asked to leave Israel in 20 days. Israel's Knesset passed a law back in 2017 banning entry to foreigners who publicly call for boycotting the Jewish state. Human Rights Watch could appeal today's decision. Israel's Minister for Strategic Affairs, Gilad Erdan, welcomed the ruling, saying Shakir is a BDS activist who took advantage of his stay in Israel to harm it, something no sane country would allow. Israel sees great importance in the activities of real human rights organizations, granting hundreds of visas, he said, every year to human rights activists. The International Chess Federation will hold its final battle of the Grand Prix Series 2019 for the first time ever in Jerusalem. The 12-day international competition will see 16 of the world's top grandmasters fighting for the top prize at the last leg of the competition, which will take place at the Notre Dame of Jerusalem Center next month. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, November the 5th at 7 o'clock, members of Israel Aid talk about their humanitarian work and the refugee crisis. At 8 o'clock, the American Jewish Committee convenes a meeting in support of the Kurds in Syria. At 9 on L'chaim, remembering controversial Jewish leader Meir Kahane. Then we mark the 24th anniversary of the assassination of the late Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin, with excerpts from a 1981 interview with the slain leader on his role as chief of staff during the 1967 Six-Day War, followed by a remembrance from the Jewish community on the 20th anniversary of Rabin's murder. And coming up right after this newscast, ILTV's Election Arena. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, November the 5th, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader.